You are what you think about. Right now, the position that you are in your life is not because of luck, circumstance, fortune, or opportunity. It is only and only because of your thoughts. So, if you want to know how to use the power of your thoughts to sail your ship to the right direction, keep on watching. Hey guys, my name is Sonali and you're watching Sonali Reads episode 10. Yes, we have reached the episode 10, the 10th number of book for this series, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm proud of you for sticking by me. I have received the most number of compliments for the book reviews, and I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying it as much as I am doing, and we are growing in this together. So today I'm going to review the book As a Man Thinketh. This is a book that has been requested by one of you. As a Man Thinketh is written by James Allen and was first published in the year 1903. Yes guys, 1903, that long ago. And James Allen is known as one of the founding fathers of modern inspirational thought. This book is absolutely like a guidebook, like a one of the foundational stones of every self-help book ever in the world. It reinforces the fact that there is no luck, there is no chance. Whatever there is, it's only us, and we hold the power to our fortune. As you can see, the book is very thin, very thin. But this book is not like, the best way to describe this book is a miracle. This book is no less than a miraculous book. Fun fact, the color of this book and the size of this book is almost equal to my book. Awesome, right? So the main concept of the book goes by saying that a man can become whatever he wishes to become. A man can get whatever he desires. A man can achieve whatever he wants because he is the Lord and he is the master of his own thought. So the author James Allen compares a man with a plant. Like a plant grows from a seed, so a man also grows from his thoughts. And this refers to each and every kind of thought. Even the thoughts that are unplanned, even the thoughts that are spontaneous. Every action you take was somewhere somehow planted inside of your mind. Nothing happens by chance, nothing happens by fate. It is all inside of you. So you can either use your thought like a weapon and use it for your own self-destruction, or you can use your thought like a tool and build mansions of joy, peace and prosperity. So a man is always in control of his thoughts. A man is always the master of his thoughts. But when there are bad situations, when you are going through your weakest moments, at that point of time, you are a foolish master. Because at that point of time, you take wrong decisions, you have negative thoughts in your mind. But a conscious master is someone who even during that weak moments still has the mental capacity, still has that mental mindset and that strong mindset to navigate through that entire circumstance without letting any negative thought penetrate through their minds. So our goal here is to become this conscious master, to become a master where whenever there are bad situations coming in, we do not let our brain think about anything negative, because remember, we are what we think about. And when we think about these negative things, when we have these negative thoughts of what if this bad thing happens, then eventually that thing will manifest itself, and we don't want that. Let's talk about a couple of steps of how you can become a conscious master. Be aware of your thoughts. Try to control your thoughts. When you're thinking, a lot of time it happens that you're doing some kind of an activity and your brain is constantly having thoughts. At that point of time, you need to sit back and relax and think, what kind of thoughts am I having? Are these thoughts directed towards a happy ending? Are these thoughts directed towards my goal? Or are these thoughts concentrating on the fears? There's a very good analogy given in this book, which I really love. He says that a man's mind is like a garden. So, for example, there is a garden and you are the gardener. If you do not take care of your garden, there will be weeds growing in the garden. And whether you like it or not, the weeds will still keep on growing. There will be useless things, there will be bad plants growing in your garden. And these plants will ultimately affect the good plants that are growing. So you have to take care of your garden from time to time and cut out the bad weeds and the useless things on the garden. So just like that, your mind is also like a garden. And I would like to explain this more in terms of the modern analogy. I would like to take your mind as an example of a phone or a laptop technology, right? So if you fill your phone with useless data, useless things that you have downloaded and things that have auto-downloaded themselves into your phone, like viruses and cache memory and all of that stuff, your phone will become slow, and there is a very good chance that your phone will, kind of break down and just, just get ruined. So in order for you to have a long-lasting phone, and in order for you to maintain this thing that you have, your phone, your laptop, which is a very important part of your life nowadays, you need to keep it maintained. And you need to keep it maintained by deleting all the useless applications you don't use, by deleting all the useless downloads, by not downloading them, by kind of, doing a virus scan from time to time, clearing the cache memory and all of these kind of stuff, so that you are ensuring your phone runs on the correct speed and your phone has a long lasting memory. Now this book explains a very important logic, that there are two things. There is a thought and there is a man's character. A man's character is his nature, his personality. But this book kind of tells us that there is no difference between a man's thought and a character. A man's character is exactly what his inner state of mind is, what his thoughts are. So if someone shows signs of insecurity with a particular topic, it doesn't mean that that guy is entirely insecure. It means that the guy is insecure about that specific topic. So he holds thoughts of insecurity about that topic. And when he reacts in terms of insecurities. He shows his insecurity because he has been holding that insecure thought in his head about that topic. Now let's talk about circumstances. There are good phases and there are bad phases. Now it is very easy to stay positive, happy, and emit good thoughts when you are in a good state of mind, when things are going in your favor. But when things are not going in your favor, that is the most difficult phase. We have often come across the quote, either it is winning or it is learning. There is no losing. So this book explains why and how that quote is applicable. And the book kind of explains that when there is a bad circumstance in your life, that circumstance is there as an examination for you. That circumstance is there to teach you something. And that bad phase in your life will not pass over until and unless you have learned the lesson and you have made improvements in yourself about that lesson. So when there is a bad thing, when you're going through a bad phase of your life, just understand this fact and remember this fact that that bad phase in your life is there to teach you something. And you think about that specific thing logically. What is that bad phase of your life teaching you? There has to be a lesson. And the moment you understand the lesson, the moment you make changes in yourself to get yourself acquainted to that lesson, you are moving to the next step of your life. That is how you control your thoughts when things are not going in your favor. So let's talk about prayers and wishes. Often it happens that when we have an examination, when we have some very important event coming up, we go and we pray. Okay? While we pray, we are not exactly concentrating on the good thoughts. We are praying because somewhere within our hearts we have a fear. We have some kind of insecurity that what if this goes wrong? So when we are praying, we are concentrating on that negative thought. And whatever you concentrate on, that manifests itself. So when you are praying, it is not, if you say that your prayers are not manifesting, your prayers are not being answered, it is because you are not praying in the right direction. Your prayers will only be answered when you pray with the right mindset. When you pray with the mindset of fear and failure is manifest. Everything that happens to us is a result of our thoughts. Whenever there is an effect, whenever there is a circumstance that is happening, the cause is within us. And we think that we want to improve our life. We think that we need instant change. We need that we have that anxiety to improve ourselves without improving our mindset. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples to make this logic more and more easy for you to understand and remember. So have you ever wondered why poor people stay poor and why rich people stay rich? Poor people stay poor and rich people stay rich because of their thoughts. Poor people have a poverty-stricken mindset. They always think about poverty. They always think about things not going right in their lives. While rich people are concentrating on riches. Whatever you concentrate your mind on, that is what is manifesting and that is what is coming to your life. Now let's talk about another thing, okay? I would like to counterattack this same logic with an entirely different angle. When you look at all the successful people in the world, most of these people are coming from a poor background. And if you look at, the sons and daughters of these successful people, most of these daughters and sons, most of these children of successful people are not that successful. Now why is that? It is because when these guys were poor, these guys had a dreamer's mindset. These guys were dreamers. These guys were visionaries. when they were laying on the roads, when they were hungry, when they were like, they didn't have a good life. They aimed and they wished and they visioned a good life for themselves. They worked hard towards it and they got it. But the children, they were born rich. They had already got it. They didn't have the hunger. They didn't have the vision. But they had the insecurity that what if I lose it? And because of that insecurity, they did not get the success that their mothers and fathers had got. Now let's talk about suffering. If you are suffering in your life right now, if your life is not going correct, I just want to tell you that suffering is a sign. It is a signal that there's something wrong with your thought. You are emitting negative thoughts. You are emitting the thoughts of things that you are fearing, and those things are coming into your life. Sit there and think about it logically. Think about it with a clear and composed mindset. Whatever is happening to you, there has been some point in your life where you were fearing and you were really concentrating on that thought. So the suffering has come to you, the difficult times have come to you to give you an alarm that, hey, control your thoughts. As soon as you control your thoughts, as soon as you focus your thought from the bad thing, from the bad days to the good days, your situations and your circumstance will change. Now we are not talking about magic here. When you have good thoughts, these thoughts transform themselves into habits. And these habits then transform themselves into circumstances. When you are focused on your end goal, when you focus on your purpose, you will be willing to put the work towards it. You will have the mindset that yes, I will get it, I will get it, I will get it. Not focusing on the doubts and the fears and all the other negative things. You will focus on the goal with a tunnel vision. You will put in the work, and then finally the thing that you were envisioning will happen. I would also like to touch base upon the same logic in terms of health. If you are going through an unhealthy, like if you are going through some kind of disease, if you are not healthy, it is also dependent upon your thoughts. The body is the servant of the mind. It obeys the operations of the mind. So if you have unhealthy thoughts, if you are thinking about disease, if you are fearful about disease, it will happen. Your immune system will fail and diseases will enter your body and you will fall sick. I have been talking about thoughts. I want to tell you about a quote that you have heard and we all have heard a lot of times before. An empty mind is a devil's workshop. What do you think that is? Your mind is thinking about all the wrong things. You have to have a purpose in your life. There is no thought without a purpose. There has to be an end goal where you focus on. You have to have tunnel vision towards that end goal, and you have to constantly work towards that end goal. Every little thought, every little action that you take has to be somehow aimed towards this goal, this purpose of your life. There is no concept of something without nothing. It doesn't happen. There's nothing called free. In order to get something, you have to give something. You have to do a sacrifice. So what are you sacrificing here? You are sacrificing your bad habits. You are sacrificing your negative thinking. And when you sacrifice that, you achieve the purpose that you're aiming at. You will become as small as your controlling desire and as great as your dominant thought. The amount of effort you put in is directly proportional to the results you get. So summing up, you are the master of your own destiny because you are the lord of your own thought. The moment you focus your mind into that one goal, eliminate all doubts and fears, eliminate all small petty issues, and really focus every action, every effort, every thought to the attainment of this goal, you will succeed. You will win. When there is a failure, learn from it. There is always a lesson. When there is a struggle, understand that that is an alarm that's in your mind and it's telling you that your thoughts are somewhere wrong. You are somewhere manifesting wrong things. When you go to pray, pray with the heart of positivity. Don't pray and manifest your fears. On that note, guys, you are what you think. You are what you eat. You are what you read. You are what you listen to. You are what you see. You are the people you surround yourself with. So make sure your environment and everything that you consume is kind of directing your mind, your efforts and your entire being to that one specific purpose of your life. On that note, this video gets over. I forgot to tell you guys to subscribe right in the beginning because I was so passionate about briefing you about this book. I really hope you have learned something from this because this book has been a game changer for me. I have always known about I have always been very passionate about the law of attraction and your thoughts and the power of your mind. And every time I read these kind of books, that entire theory reinforces in my brain again and again. And every time I teach you guys, every time I tell you guys, it is more like the positivity from my heart is flowing from me to you, and I really hope that it is helping you. So I want to know what you guys think, and I want to know if my book reviews are helping you, if my videos are helping you. Put it down in the comments below, guys. I really want to talk to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like. I'm trying to grow this channel. Tomorrow there will be a very, very, very special video coming up for you guys. I had just gone and kind of taken a seminar at an engineering college. It is the Kalyani Government Engineering College. It was a dream come true, guys. It was something. I was not well for the couple of days before the event. I am like kind of, I have this dry cough and I'm coughing all the time. I was so scared in the beginning that I might I might do this while speaking. But when I was practicing, when I was kind of visioning myself, I was always looking at myself and visioning myself as a person who is speaking without coughing. And it did happen. It went exactly how I had planned it. And when I stood on that stage, something else came into me. It was not me, it was my higher self. It was something that I had envisioned myself as. And without a doubt, you guys, I am made for the stage. I have always known that. I have always been a stage person. And now I have the courage, and I'm having the work ethic, and I'm giving it my all for this purpose, and I'm taking you guys along with me. So without a doubt, you will see me on the grandest stages. On that note, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. This is my posting schedule. I'm trying to be more and more accountable to you guys, so you know that when you can expect new videos from me, and when I put it outside to you, it makes me more and more responsible. So that is what I'm doing here. I'll see you tomorrow, and for the book reviews, I'll see you next week.